Greatness does not always come from speed. Sometimes it comes from understanding, from seeing the game before others feel it. Luka Dončić was never in a rush to prove himself. His mind had already caught up to the moment long before his body ever needed to. Growing up in Slovenia, Luka did not learn basketball as a game of flash. He learned it as a game of decisions. He played against grown men while still a teenager. Real professionals, stronger, faster, more experienced. And when you are young in an environment like that, athletic advantage disappears quickly. What remains is awareness. Awareness sharpens the mind. Luka learned early that if you cannot overpower, you must outthink. If you cannot outrun, you must outwait. Waiting is not weakness when it is paired with confidence. Waiting becomes control. This is where his mental edge was born. While others were taught to speed up, Luka was taught to slow down. He learned to read bodies, not just movements. Emotions, not just angles. When defenders grow impatient, they reveal themselves. Impatience creates mistakes. Mistakes create opportunity. Opportunity belongs to the patient mind. From the beginning, Luka trusted his reads. Trust is not accidental. It is built through repetition and survival. Every possession against stronger competition reinforced a truth in his subconscious. I can handle this. I belong here. Belonging is mental before it is physical. By the time he reached the NBA, the speed of the game did not intimidate him. It felt familiar. Familiarity removes fear. When fear is removed, clarity appears. Clarity is dominance. Luka never rushed the game because he never felt rushed internally. His belief was installed early, installed through experience, installed through responsibility taken young. When belief is installed early, the moment does not feel heavy. Heavy moments only exist for minds that are unsure. Luka was sure. Sure of his vision, sure of his timing, sure of his ability to wait. Waiting is uncomfortable for defenders. Defenders are trained to react. When reaction is delayed, panic creeps in. Luka thrives in that space. The pause, the hesitation, the moment when the defender is deciding instead of acting. Deciding is losing. This brings us to the second layer of his mental edge. Pace is power. Most players think pace is physical. Speed, quickness, burst. Luka understands. Pace is psychological. The one who dictates tempo controls emotion. And the one who controls emotion controls outcomes. Luka dictates tempo effortlessly because he does not fight the game. He allows it to unfold. Allowing is not passive. It is assertive patience. It tells the defender, I am comfortable here. You are not. Comfort is contagious. When Luka slows down, defenders speed up. They reach. They lunge. They guess. Guessing creates openings. Luka lives in those openings. This is mental chess. Every dribble is a question. Every pause is a test. Every look is information gathered. Luka gathers information relentlessly. He reads help defenders before they arrive. He feels pressure before it commits. He senses frustration before it boils over. Emotional awareness is a weapon. Most defenders are unaware of their own impatience. Luka exploits it. Exploitation is not cruelty. It is intelligence applied. This is why Luka does not need explosive speed. His advantage is timing. Timing beats speed when the mind is calm. Calm minds see patterns. Patterns repeat. Repetition creates confidence. Confidence allows patience. Patience allows control. Control allows inevitability. When the game slows down late, when the crowd grows loud, when pressure tightens bodies and thoughts, Luka becomes calmer. Calm under pressure is the clearest sign of mental mastery. He does not fight pressure. He absorbs it. Absorption is power. Pressure only disrupts those who resist it. Luka welcomes it. He leans into it, because pressure forces others to rush. And rushing plays into his hands. Hands steady, mind clear, breathing controlled. Luka's breathing rarely changes. This is not accidental. Breath reflects the nervous system. A calm breath signals a calm mind. A calm mind makes clean decisions. Clean decisions win games. He understands that the defender who is emotional is already beaten. Emotion clouds judgment. Luka remains expressive but not compromised. Expression does not equal loss of control. He releases emotion without letting it steer his decisions. This is advanced mental discipline. While others argue with the moment, Luka stays with it. While others complain, he calculates. While others force, he waits. Waiting becomes lethal. The defender thinks help is coming. It doesn't. The defender thinks Luka will shoot. He doesn't. The defender thinks the moment has arrived. It hasn't. Luka chooses when the moment arrives.
Choice is power.
This is why his game feels inevitable. Not rushed, not chaotic, inevitable. The shot falls because the decision was already made 3 steps earlier. Most players react to the moment. Luka prepares it. Preparation is mental foresight. Foresight eliminates panic. Panic never enters his game because his mind is already ahead. He is playing the next move, while others are still processing the last one. This is why athletic advantages fade against him. Athleticism thrives on chaos. Luka removes chaos. And when chaos disappears, athleticism loses its edge. What remains is mind versus mind, and Luka's mind is disciplined. Disciplined to wait, disciplined to read, disciplined to trust. Trust is the foundation of pace control. You cannot slow the game if you do not trust yourself. Luka trusts himself completely, not arrogantly, calmly. Calm trust is unshakable. This is not confidence borrowed from praise. It is confidence earned through repetition, through exposure, through responsibility carried young. The young man who played against professionals grew into the professional who plays like a veteran. Time does not intimidate him. He bends it. Time bends for those who do not rush it. This is Luka Dončić's mental edge. Emotional control is not silence. It is awareness. Luka Dončić has never been emotionless. He is expressive. He reacts. He engages. But what separates him is that emotion never drives his decisions. It passes through him without steering him. This is rare. Most players confuse emotion with energy. They believe intensity must control action. Luka learned something deeper. Emotion can be acknowledged without being obeyed. When emotion is observed instead of followed, clarity remains. Clarity is his weapon. Late in games, when pressure rises and bodies tighten, emotional discipline becomes the separator. Luka thrives here because pressure does not change his internal state. His external reactions may show fire, but his internal rhythm remains steady. Steady minds dominate unstable moments. He understands that frustration in others is information. When defenders complain, reach or argue, they are revealing loss of control. Luka does not argue with them. He studies them. He lets them expose themselves. Exposure creates advantage. He uses emotion like a mirror, reflecting it back calmly. While others are emotionally loud, he becomes mentally quiet. Quiet minds see angles others miss. This is why he closes games. When defenders grow desperate, Luka grows patient. Desperation speeds the game up. Patience slows it down. The one who controls pace controls outcome. He does not rush to silence the crowd. He allows the crowd to grow louder. Noise does not affect him because his confidence is internal. Internal confidence is immune to volume. He breathes slowly. He dribbles deliberately. He waits. Waiting forces mistakes. Mistakes are not accidental. They are emotional reactions disguised as effort. Luka waits for those reactions. When they come, he strikes without hesitation. Hesitation belongs to the unsure. Luka is sure. Now we move deeper. Confidence without physical dominance. Luka is not the fastest, not the strongest, not the highest leaper. And yet he dominates. Dominance does not require superiority in every physical trait. It requires mastery of timing, angles, and belief. Luka's belief is absolute, not because he was told to believe, but because experience reinforced it repeatedly. Experience teaches the subconscious what is possible. From a young age, Luka learned that skill paired with patience beats speed paired with impatience. He learned that leverage beats force, that positioning beats power. This understanding freed him. He never chased athletic comparisons. Comparison is mental theft. He built his game around what he controlled: vision, timing, footwork, balance, decision-making. Control breeds confidence. When you know exactly what you bring, doubt disappears. Luka never doubted his value, because his value was clear to him long before it was celebrated by others. Clarity removes insecurity. This is why physical mismatches do not intimidate him. Bigger defenders do not rush him. Faster defenders do not overwhelm him. He turns their advantages into liabilities by slowing them down. Slowing down is psychological dominance. The defender wants chaos. Luka wants order. Order always wins. He plays through contact, not by overpowering, but by positioning. He absorbs hits without rushing reactions. Rushing creates imbalance. Balance preserves control. Control preserves outcomes. He trusts his body because he trusts his mind. The mind tells the body when to move, when to stop, when to wait. Luka's mind is always in command. Command does not shout. Command decides. This is why his game looks effortless. Effortlessness is discipline fulfilled. It is the absence of panic. Panic wastes energy. Luka conserves energy for moments that matter. He understands that dominance is not constant exertion. It is selective pressure applied at the right time. Right time comes to those who wait. This is why his game feels inevitable. The defense knows what is coming, but they cannot stop it, because they are reacting. Luka is dictating. Dictation is mental authority. He dictates pace. He dictates spacing. He dictates timing. And because he dictates, the game bends. This is not luck. This is not talent alone. This is mindset refined through experience. Luka Dončić does not win with speed. He wins with mind, and mind outlasts body. Let everything slow now, not because the game has stopped, but because you are in control. You are not in a hurry. You do not rush clarity. You do not chase moments. You allow them to come to you. You understand something now that most never do. Speed is not power. Pace is power, and you own the pace. You move when it is time. You wait when it is not. You decide without panic. Decision is calm confidence in motion. Your mind is steady when others feel pressure. Your breathing remains controlled when others tighten. Your vision sharpens when others lose focus. You see the game clearly. Clarity comes from patience. Patience comes from trust. Trust comes from preparation repeated over time. You have prepared your mind to stay calm, prepared your body to respond, prepared your instincts to lead without hesitation. Your instincts are disciplined. They are not emotional. They are informed by experience, informed by repetition, informed by moments survived and mastered. You do not react emotionally. You observe. You calculate. You choose. Choice is power. You choose when to slow the game. You choose when to accelerate. You choose when the moment arrives. The moment does not control you. You control the moment. You allow defenders to rush. You allow pressure to rise. You allow chaos to reveal itself. Stay calm. Chaos exposes weakness. Calm exposes opportunity. You stay calm. Your calm is not passive. It is intentional. Intentional calm keeps your body loose. Loose bodies move freely. Free movement creates precision. Precision creates inevitability. You do not force outcomes. Forced outcomes collapse under pressure. You allow outcomes to unfold naturally. Natural execution feels effortless. Effortless execution is mastery. Mastery does not announce itself. It reveals itself. You're comfortable in silence. You do not need noise to feel confident. You do not need validation to trust yourself. Your belief is internal. Internal belief does not fluctuate. It does not rise with praise. It does not fall with criticism. It remains steady. Steadiness is strength. You trust your reads. You trust your timing. You trust your ability to wait. Waiting is not hesitation. Waiting is control. Control is patience applied with confidence. You remain patient. When the crowd grows loud, you quiet internally. When the moment tightens, you loosen. When others rush, you slow. Slowing down creates separation. Separation creates advantage. You understand angles before they appear. You feel space before it opens. You sense emotion before it erupts. Emotional awareness sharpens decision-making. You do not fight emotion. You acknowledge it and let it pass. Emotion does not steer you. It informs you. You stay in command. Command does not shout. Command chooses. You choose. You choose discipline over impulse. You choose patience over urgency. You choose clarity over chaos. Your choices are consistent. Consistency builds confidence. Confidence stabilizes execution. Execution becomes inevitable. You do not fear late moments. Late moments favor you. Pressure does not disrupt your rhythm. It confirms it. Your rhythm is calm. Your rhythm is deliberate. Your rhythm is trusted. Trusted by you. Trusted by your mind. Trusted by your preparation. Preparation removes doubt. Doubt no longer lives here. You do not question your ability. You do not second-guess your reads. You do not rush your growth. growth unfolds. You allow it. You respect the process. You respect timing. You respect patience. Patience is not waiting for opportunity. It is being ready when opportunity appears. You are ready. Ready to see clearly. Ready to decide calmly. Ready to execute freely. Freedom comes from discipline fulfilled. Your discipline shows up when others panic. Your discipline shows up when others force. Your discipline shows up when others react. You remain grounded. Grounded minds bend the game. You bend the game. You bend it with pace. You bend it with vision. You bend it with calm authority. Authority without ego. Confidence without noise. Dominance without rush. You do not need to dominate the possession. You dominate the decision. Decisions win games. You understand that athleticism fades when chaos is removed. You remove chaos. What remains is mind versus mind. And your mind is trained. Trained to wait. Trained to read. Trained to trust. Trust eliminates fear. Fear has no place here. You are not trying to be great. You are allowing greatness to arrive. Arrival feels natural because you prepared for it. Prepared through repetition. Prepared through patience. Prepared through belief installed early. Belief is no longer emotional. It is automatic. Automatic confidence is unshakable. You remain unshaken. Say this internally now. I control the pace. I trust my reads. I remain calm. I do not rush moments. I allow them. I choose when to act. My mind is disciplined. My confidence is steady. My execution is free. Pressure sharpens me. Patience empowers me. Clarity guides me. My mindset is my edge. My pace is my power. And the game bends to me.